South Korea's imports of crude oil from Iran posted a surprising surge in July from the same time last year. Korea Customs Service data shows Seoul imported over 815 tons of Iranian oil last month, up 38% from the same period in 2012. The rise marks the first climb so far this year. The imports represent a growth of 44% from a month ago and are equivalent to almost 6 million barrels of crude oil. The figure indicates that South Korea had imported nearly 166,000 barrels of Iranian crude oil every day in June and July. The figure shows a 12% increase compared to the previous 6 months.
In a sense, the position of the South Korean government can be understood, because they are between the rock and hard place. They worry about economic growth, and they understand that their popularity to a very large extent is based on their ability to keep economy growing. So they don't want fuel to become even more expensive, and they're obviously looking for sources of relatively cheap and abundant fuel supply.
The increase of oil import from Tehran comes as Seoul, under pressure by Washington's unilateral sanctions against the Iranian oil industries, had pledged to reduce its crude oil import from Iran to less than 126,000 barrels a day.
Such approach seems to be generally supported by the current government. So what I would expect, some kind of compromise. I think that South Korea will reduce its imports from Iran.
In June, the Obama administration extended a 6-month waiver on its unilateral sanctions against Iran's oil industries for South Korea and 7 other countries in return for cutting down their oil import from Iran. South Korea, the world's 5th biggest purchaser of foreign crude oil, imported a total of 11.2 million tons of crude from around the world in July, compared with 10.7 million tons in the same month a year ago. And that could present a dilemma for Seoul, given its heavy dependence on foreign crude oil from Tehran on the one hand, and the need to maintain its critical alliance with Washington on the other.
These are hard times here in South Korea. I don't want gas prices to go higher even more, because they are already such a burden for Korean people.
With the economic growth moving ahead, South Korea's total crude oil import will most likely increase every year. But with the competitive market and limited suppliers of crude oil around the globe, it remains to be seen how Seoul will keep a balance between keeping Iran as one of its major oil suppliers and maintaining its alliance with Washington. Jennifer Chang, Press TV, Seoul.